children, welcome to NEET World. This is Narayani, I am your foundation biology educator. In previous class, we discussed the tissues chapter from the 9th standard CBSE, right? So, we complete the plant tissues children. So, if you are not go through it, please kindly go through. And today, in that tissues chapter, we are going to have the questionnaire session children. I divided the questions into level 1, level 2, level 3. So, level 1 are direct questions children, you can easily answer. And coming to the level 2 questions children, they are little bit, you have to keep little effort, and level 3 questions you have to use your, all tricks I have said and also concept. Then you can answer the level 3 questions also. So, before going to start the session children, today, I would like to tell you very important news. Here our NEET World, we are conducting the foundation summer camp course children. Almost all batches are going on children, and in this foundation summer camp course children, it is a span of 15 days, and the first 10 days we are going to cover the core concepts which are related to the examinations which are required for the basics for NEET and JEE examinations. And after 10 days, we are mainly focusing on the activity based learning. So, through the activity based learning children, you can know how it is happening, where it is happening and why it is happening, everything. You can know it very clearly. And after 12 days, the 13th day, we are conducting the quiz. So, in the quiz, by participating in the quiz, you can analyze your performance before and after. So, you can check your proficiency, how you can improve, so how you improve and all that. So, it boosts up your confidence also. And after 13th day, we are in the 14th day, we are conducting the cumulative assessment of all subjects we are dealing with. We are mainly dealing with the subjects of physics, chemistry, biology and mathematics. So, these are the most important foundations required for the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th children. And after 14 days, 15th day, we are providing the career guidance program children. So, almost of all days, 15th day is very important. If you have a dream and you don't know how to achieve it, you don't know which path you have to choose. So, in the 15th day, it is going to help you to reach out your dreams children. Whatever you have doubts, you can ask us, and whatever the information you required, we will provide to us. We will provide to you. So, this is about in the span of 15 days, we are planned these days like this. So, in this very important news children, the first 1 week class are absolutely free. There is no need to point at least 1 rupee in the span of one week. So, it is a wonderful opportunity to you children. So, it is very useful. So, please kindly go through it. And it is both offline also and online also children. For offline people, you can happily come to our institute name called NEET World, present in Narayani, Hyderabad. Those who want to join through online children, down scrolling number is there no children, please contact with that number. Then we will provide you all information regarding the online sessions. We have the app name called MedWorld. We will give you access in our MedWorld app. It is very useful to you, and the most experienced teachers are going to teach you children. So, and otherwise see here, this pamphlet having the numbers also. If you have scrolling number is there, if you missed out it is, please kindly take a screenshot and contact with this number. So, it is very useful to you. See you all in the classes. And another more very important news children, these are NEET World Telegram channel children. By scanning through it, you can access our Telegram group, and in this Telegram group daily you can get the quizzes of biology, chemistry, physics and mathematics, and also live class schedules you are going to get, and also free resources and faculties also there in the Telegram group. So, you can easily access, you can easily clear out your doubts in the Telegram group. So, it is very useful. So, join through our join in our Telegram group. Okay. So, let's not waste our time and dive into our questionnaire session children. So, these are first we are going to discuss the level 1 questions children. So, these are very useful to you and very easy, quite easy also. See here, the first question here is, okay. So, which of the following tissues have dead cells? We all know that plant tissues are of mainly two types. One is meristematic tissue, another one is permanent tissue. I said the example also children. So, for the meristematic tissue, for the primary growth of the plant, the required tissue is meristematic tissue. When these meristematic tissues are lose ability to divide, then they become the permanent tissues, right? So, if you have the class of students, So everyone I am learning the same subject, right? So if everyone going to have the same jobs after the certain period of time, no, some become doctors, some become teachers and all that. Likewise, meristematic tissue, when they lose the ability to divide, then they become the permanent tissues. Those permanent tissues having the specific roles and they perform the specific functions, right? So the qualitative changes happen in the permanent tissue, right? So they are asking about the dead tissue. Is a permanent tissue or meristematic tissue? Of course, the dead cells are in the permanent tissue. So permanent tissue, again they are divided into children two types. What are they? Simple permanent tissues and complex permanent tissues. And simple permanent tissues, again they are divided into three types. What are they? Parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma. So among all, which is dead tissue, children? Which is living tissue? So the dead tissue is sclerenchyma. The dead tissue is sclerenchyma. So here the answer is, children, sclerenchyma is the dead tissue. So they are asking which of the tissues having the dead cells. Of course it is sclerenchyma, and parenchyma is the living tissue. Among all the simple permanent tissues, which is living tissue, children? So parenchyma is the living tissue, and the main function of the parenchyma is storage of food, right? And it is present in abundance of all soft parts of the plant, right? So and so it stores the gums, resins and all that, and also starch. Example is a potato, right? So for this they are asking about the dead cells. Here the dead cells is sclerenchyma. So what is the function of collenchyma? It mainly involves in the flexibility. It mainly involves in the children flexibility. So it is mainly involves in the flexibility, right? So here they are asking about the dead cells. For this question the answer is sclerenchyma, right? Next, see the next question, children. Girth of the stems increases due to. They are asking the girth of the stem increases due to. So I said, for the primary growth of the plant, which tissue is required, children? Meristematic tissue. Meristematic tissues are, they are actively dividing cells. They are also called as meristems, right? So here asking there about the girth of the tissue. It is come under the meristematic tissue. So based on the location, the meristematic tissue is divided into three types. What are the, children? Apical. What is meant by word apical, children? Apical means apex. Apical means apex. Tips. It is present at the tips. It is mainly present at the shoot tips and also root tips. Shoot tips and also root tips, right? So here they are asking the girth of the stem. So apical meristem involves in there are three types. What are the apical, intercalary and lateral. So based on the locations, meristematic tissue is divided into three types. Apical, which means apex, which means the tips. It is present in the root tips and also shoot tips. For the primary growth of the plant, when the seed is when the seed is arising from the soil, the primary growth which is required for the seed is root and shoot. Those having the meristematic cells is having it is called apical meristem. Because of that, the primary growth of the plant is happening. And intercalary, it is mainly arise the branches, nodes. It is mainly present between the node and node. It is present mainly between the increase the elongation of node to node. Internodes elongation will be happen due to the intercalary. The word itself is inter, in between, right? And also arising of the leaves, the part which arises is the nodes, is because of the responsible tissue of it is intercalary meristem tissue, right? So coming to the lateral meristem, it increases the width, widening of the plant. Why is required for the widening of the plant, children? Because the girth of the plant is required, because either if it is not, girth is not increased. So all the predators like plant eaters will eat the plant. So for the survival, it has have to increase its widening. So increase its size, increase its horizontal growth, right? So here the responsible for the widening of the plant is lateral meristem. Right, here the answer they are asking girth of the stem, which is nothing but the widening of the stem is due to the happening by the lateral meristem. Okay, children. So I hope you all aware of this. Okay. So let's move into the next question. Okay. Here see, children, they ask which of the which is not a function of epidermis. Is epidermis is a, it is not come under the group of, meristematic tissue also and, permanent tissues also. It is separated in the other one. It is a protective layers, right? Cork and epidermis are they are mainly in between, protective, they are protective layers, right? So they are asking which is not a function of, they are asking, so we have to start analyze the question at least half second. So because see here, they are asking not a function, they are asking not a function, they are not asking the function, they are asking what is not function of the epidermis. So here it is a protecting from adverse condition. Of course, from the adverse environment conditions, the epidermis is the first protective layer, right? So here is the answer is, it is a true statement about the, epidermis. But it is not correct because they are asking the which is not. They are asking children which is not a function. They are asking which is not a function. So here it is the right option. But according to the question, they are asking not function. So it is a function, right? So it is a wrong answer, right? So of course it involves in the gaseous exchange also, it is also right, but according to the question it is wrong. And coming to the transpiration, of course it involves in the, epidermis which involves in the loss of, which reduces the loss of water, which makes the not to plant reduce more water, right? So it is also function. Then the answer is C is not the function of epidermis. Why? It does not involve in the conduction of water. What is meant by conduction, children? Transporting of water from the when from the ground to the all parts of the plant. The transport of water is happened by the which tissue, children? With the help of which tissue the water is transferring to all parts of the plant body? It is xylem. It is xylem. It is xylem. Okay. So the answer is C is the right answer for this question. It is not the function of the epidermis. A production of adverse conditions of various environments and of the gaseous exchange, transpiration, these are all the functions of the epidermis. What is not the function of the epidermis, children? Conduction of water. Transportation of water is not happens, right? So here is the answer is C. C is the answer for this question. Okay. So let's move to the other question, children. So here see, children, parenchyma cells containing air cavities. Of course, parenchyma cells are again they are also known as what are the, children? Parenchyma and also chlorenchyma and also ideoblast, right? What is parenchyma, children? The air spaces having in the parenchyma which helps in the hydrophytes. What are hydrophytes? Water plants. Hydrophytes, what are, children? They are water plants. Because of that, this parenchyma cells, the bouncy condition, they are floating on the water is happening due to this parenchyma. So they are asking parenchyma cells containing air cavities. They are called as, what we called as. It is not sclerenchyma, it is not chlorenchyma, right? It is also prosenchyma. It is parenchyma. Parenchyma, the word itself having the parenchyma, which means space, air cavities, right? The space in between the cells, which helps in the bouncy condition. So here the answer is parenchyma. The parenchyma cells containing air cavities, we call it as parenchyma, right? Here is the answer for this question, right? Coming to the next question. Let's see, children. Coming to the next question. So here they are asking tracheids, vessels and wood fibers and parenchymatous tissue are found in. So we all know that what are the children, complex permanent tissue having the two types. One it is xylem, another one is phloem. One is xylem, another one is phloem, right? So of course xylem also having the four components. What are they? Tracheids, vessels, xylem parenchyma and xylem fibers. Right. So among all these children, they are asking, they are found in, if they are which components they are asking? If they are the phloem components? No. They are the cortex? No. They are the cambium? No. They are the components of xylem. Xylem helps in the, conduction of water. Helps in the conduction of water. Here the xylem is the answer. Right. So coming to the next question. Companion cells are usually seen in associated with. They are asking the companion cells, usually they are in associated with. So here we know that flowing components of companion cells, sieve tubes, phloem parenchyma and phloem fibers. They are we know that companion cells and the sieve tubes having the common special connection, we call it as plasmodesmata, which means it is mainly associated with companion cells, are mainly associated with sieve tubes. They are associated with sieve tubes. See here, this is the companion cell, children, this is the sieve tubes. There are the connection in between there, right? Here the answer is sieve tubes is the answer for this question, right? See here they are asking which of these types of cells is mostly like to divide. They are asking which of these cells are most likely to divide. We all know that meristematic tissue is mainly involves in the division, right? They are actively dividing cells. They are actively dividing cells. They are actively dividing cells. 1 minute. Okay. They are actively dividing cells, right? They are actively dividing cells. So they are asking which of these types of cells is mostly likely to divide. So is the epidermis, they are asking, parenchyma or xylenchyma. We all know that the answer is meristem. We all know that it is a meristem, right? Meristems are the actively dividing cells. There is no intracellular spaces in the meristematic tissue, and it is having the prominent nucleus and also dense cytoplasm and having the cell wall, right? Here they are asking which mostly likely to divide. Of course the answer is meristem. See here the 8th question, children. Simple mechanical tissue is devoid of lignin. They are asking, we all know that simple permanent tissues are having 3 types. What are they? They are parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Which is most likely to involves in the mechanical tissue, children? It is sclerenchyma. But here they are asking about the simple mechanical tissues of lignin is represented by, they are asking which is not having the lignin. So is the parenchyma having the lignin, children? So the parenchyma is made up of cellulose. The cell wall is made up of cellulose, right? Collenchyma having the with cellulose, it is having the pectin. With cellulose, it is having the pectin. And coming to the sclerenchyma, it is mainly lignified. It is mainly water resistance. Lignin is mainly involved in the water resistant, right? Here they are asking the simple mechanic tissue devoid of lignin. Of course, it is parenchyma. The answer is parenchyma, because parenchyma does not have the lignin because it is having the cell wall, cellulose, right? So for this question the answer is A. For this question the answer is A. Coming to the next question. So see, children, which is not a tissue? They are asking which is not a tissue, they are asking. Of course, we know xylem is a tissue and phloem is also a plant tissue. So if they are asking is a collagen is a tissue, children? It is from the animal tissue, right? So here it is they are asking not a tissue. We all know that plant having the xylem, phloem and also cambium. But its collagen is not belonging to the plant tissue, right? So here the answer is C. C is the answer for this question. So see the 10th question, children. The grit of the guava is made up of. We all know that the peel of fruit, the grit of guava and the mechanical tissue, the hard tissue is made up of sclerenchyma from the simple permanent tissue. We all know that it is simple permanent tissue. Sclerenchyma is the answer for this question. So the answer is D is the answer for this question, right? So coming to the next one. So see, children, here they are asking merenchyma occurs in. They are asking merenchyma occurs in mesophytes or xerophytes or hydrophytes and sciophytes. What are mesophytes? They are land plants. Mesophytes are land plants. We know what are the xerophytes. These are the xero means desert, phytes mean plants. Meso means land, phytes mean plants, right? So here are the hydrophytes. We all know that mainly the merenchyma involves in the bouncy condition. The floating of plants in the water is due to this merenchyma. So here are the hydrophytes, which main plants are floating on water. These the hydrophytes. Which are helps in floating. Which tissues helps in floating, children? That is merenchyma. The air spaces, the air cavity is present in between the parenchyma. We call it as that the condition we called as erenchyma. That cells we know that tissue is called as erenchyma. So here the hydrophytes. Erenchyma is mainly present in the hydrophytes, right? So coming to the next question. Cell walls of sclerenchyma rich in. We all know that sclerenchyma involves in the mechanical strength. You know, for the advanced condition, the plants are tolerating the advanced conditions is due to the sclerenchyma, right? So this sclerenchyma is why it is mainly rich in, by providing the mechanical strength which it is having. So it is mainly rich in lignin. It is mainly rich in lignin. Parenchyma having the cellulose, and with the cellulose, collenchyma having the pectin also. Sclerenchyma having the lignin, right? Here the answer is C is the answer. These are all direct questions, children. So there is no need to point to worry also. Coming to the level 2 questions, children. So these are all direct questions. Let's see the level 2 questions, children. These it should be you have to analyze more here. So see here. So I will give you the homework today for this question. Let's see how many of all of you answer for this question. Here they are asking find out the incorrect statement. They are asking incorrect statement among the following. So among the options they are asking the incorrect statement. See, parenchymatous tissue have intercellular spaces. They are asking it is true or correct. They are asking the incorrect statement. They are asking the find out incorrect statement among the options. So they are asking parenchymatous tissue having intracellular spaces, and collenchymatous tissues are irregularly thickened at corners, and apical and intercalary meristems are permanent. They are permanent tissues they are saying, and meristematic tissues in its early stage lack vacuoles. So all of you take a screenshot of this question and let me give the answers in the comment section. I can see who are give the right answer. I will check it out, right? So or else message me in the Telegram. It will give you the confidence. I will say who are correct and who are wrong. Okay. So this is what about the today's session, children. Let's meet in the tomorrow session. Before I am winding up the class, I would like to announce very important news for you. Here, our institute, make an announcement of the span of 15 days. We are conducting the foundation summer camp course, children. Already the batches are going on, and in these 15 days, we are mainly covering the 10 days of core concepts which are related to the examinations of NEET and JEE. And after 10 days, mainly we are focusing on the 2 days of activity based learning, children. So in that activity based you can learn why it is happening, how it is not happening, and where it is happening. Everything you can know about it. And in the 13th day we are conducting the quiz. So we can analyze your performance before and after, in the 13th day. And after the 13th day, in the 14th day, we are keeping the cumulative assessment of all subjects of, mainly we are dealing with the physics, chemistry, biology and mathematics, children. So and after that, after 14 days, the 15th day, it is very important. If you have a goal, if you don't know how to reach it, you don't know path, how to what kind of exams will be there and all that. So we will provide the all information which are required for you, children, and you will clear all your doubts for your future. So this is one of the most important day from the this summer camp course, children, and it is mainly for the both SSC and CBSE also, for upcoming of 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th students. It is very wonderful opportunity, because the first 1 week class are absolutely free, children. There is no need to pay at least ₹1 in the span of 1 week. And it is both offline also and online also. For offline people, you can happily come to our institute name called NEET World, present in Narayani, Hyderabad. Those who want to join through online, children, down scrolling number is there, please contact with the number. Then we will give you all the information about how to access the online classes. We have an app name called Medworld. So there we can give you the access and what is the process, how to access the classes. We will give you the all information. So it is very useful to children, and mainly the first 1 week class are absolutely free. There is no need to pay at least ₹1 in the span of 1 week. So it is please aware of it and see you all in the classes. And join the Telegram group also, children. By scanning this scanner, you will allow to our classes. So it is very useful to you. So by scanning, you will allow to our classes. So you will get daily quizzes of biology, chemistry, physics and mathematics, and you will get the live classes schedules, and pre-information will be given to you, children, and the free resources. So and the PPTs we made also we will drop there. So it is very useful to you, and one-on-one doubt solving sessions will be there. So it is very useful to you, children. Join through Telegram group. It is very useful to you. So this is what about today's session, children. So let's meet in the tomorrow session. So all give the answer for the today's homework question. So this is what about today's session. Always stay tuned to our your favorite channel NEET World. Thank you.